Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates 108th Indian Science Congress, says scientific community will play an important role for India to achieve new heights in next 25 years. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurates Siom Bridge in Arunachal Pradesh along with 27 other infrastructure projects. President Draupadi Murmu inaugurates Samvidhan Udyan in Jaipur, calls Indian Constitution a vibrant scripture. Supreme Court says statement made by a minister cannot be vicariously attributed to government. And in cricket, first T20 international between India and Sri Lanka to be played in Mumbai this evening. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the 108th Indian Science Congress, or ISC, via video conferencing today. This year's ISC is being held at Rashtra Sant Tugdoji Maharaj Nagpur University in Maharashtra. The focal theme of this year's ISC is Science and Technology for Sustainable Development with Women Empowerment. Addressing the inaugural session of the 5-day event, the Prime Minister said India's scientific community will play an important role in achieving the heights India will reach in the next 25 years.
अगले 25 वर्षों में भारत जिस ऊंचाई पर होगा, उसमें भारत की वैज्ञानिक शक्ति की भूमिका बहुत महत्वपूर्ण होगी। साइंस में पैशन के साथ जब देश की सेवा का संकल्प जुड़ जाता है, तो नतीजे भी अभूतपूर्व आते हैं। मुझे विश्वास है, भारत की साइंटिफिक कम्युनिटी भारत को 21वीं सदी में वो मुकाम हासिल कराएगी, जिसका वो हमेशा हकदार रहा है।
Mr. Modi said, in the field of science, India has found its place in the top 10 countries of the world. Till 2015, in 130 countries, India was at the 81st place in the Global Innovation Index. He said in 2022, India leaped to the 40th place.
चाहे ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज हो या मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी, ये दोनों ही साइंटिफिक डिस्कवरी में मददगार होती है और इसलिए हमें अपने साइंटिफिक प्रोसेसेस को और मजबूत बनाने के लिए अलग अलग टेक्निक्स के प्रति खोजी प्रवृत्ति को विकसित करना होगा। आज का भारत जिस साइंटिफिक अप्रोच से आगे बढ़ रहा है, हम उसके नतीजे भी देख रहे हैं। साइंस के क्षेत्र में भारत तेजी से वर्ल्ड के टॉप कंट्रीज में शामिल हो रहा है।
The Prime Minister said, if scientific community works towards the innovation of energy requirements, it will help the country. Mr. Modi said, the increasing participation of women is a reflection of the progress of society and science. He said, in the 21st century of India, India has two things in plenty, data and technology, and these can take India's science to new heights. He said data analysis is rapidly moving ahead. It helps in converting information into insight and analysis into actionable knowledge. Discussions and deliberations will be held deliberate on ways to increase the number of women in higher echelons of teaching, research and industry. A special program showcasing the contribution of women in science and technology will also be held along with lectures by renowned women scientists. Several other programs are also being organized alongside, like Children's Science Congress, Farmers' Science Congress and Tribal Science Congress. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today inaugurated the Siom Bridge in Arunachal Pradesh along with 27 other infrastructure projects completed by the Border Roads Organization. Built at a cost of 724 crore rupees, these projects will hugely augment India's border infrastructure, mostly along the Chinese border from Ladakh to Arunachal. Speaking on the occasion, the Defence Minister said the Indian policy of not attacking any other country should not be taken for granted.
भारत हमेशा युद्ध के खिलाफ रहा है और यही हमारे भारत की नीति रही है और यह कोई आज की बात नहीं है। भारत एक ऐसा देश है जिसने कि पूरे विश्व को वसुधैव कुटुंबकम यह संदेश दिया है। इसी महान विरासत के चलते भारत ने कभी भी कोई युद्ध अपनी तरफ से प्रारंभ नहीं किया और न ही किसी देश की 1 इंच जमीन पर कभी कब्जा किया है। यदि कोई हमारी इस शांति प्रियता को हमारी कमजोरी समझने लगे तो मैं उसे बताना चाहूंगा कि हम शांति के उपासक तो हैं ही, हम शक्ति के भी उपासक हैं।
The Siam Bridge on the along Yingkiong Road will facilitate faster induction of troops, heavy equipment like howitzers and mechanized vehicles to forward areas of the Upper Siang District, Tuting and Yingkiong regions along the line of actual control. 21 other bridges, 3 roads and 3 additional infrastructure projects in Arunachal Pradesh, J&K, Ladakh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Punjab and Rajasthan were virtually inaugurated by Rajnath Singh from the Siam Bridge site. President Draupadi Murmu reached Jaipur today on a 2-day visit to Rajasthan. She inaugurated Samvidhan Udyan at Raj Bhavan in Jaipur. Speaking on the occasion, the President said that women are continuously moving forward from Panchayat to the Parliament House on their own merit. She said that it is a record to have more than 100 women in the Parliament of the country for the first time. The President said that India's democracy is the largest and most vibrant democracy in the world, and Constitution is the base of the great democracy of the country. She said that Rajasthan has a history of dignity and empowerment of women.
हमारी संविधान में समानता का अधिकार दिया गया है। समानता तथा महिला सशक्तिकरण के संदर्भ में 1929 में राजस्थान के श्रीहर बिलास शारदा ने बाल विवाह को समाप्त करने के लिए एक अधिनियम की रचना की थी, जो शारदा एक्ट के नाम से प्रसिद्ध है। इस प्रकार राजस्थान का इतिहास महिलाओं की गरिमा और सशक्तिकरण का इतिहास भी है।
The President virtually inaugurated solar projects of the Ministry of Power and laid the foundation stone of the 1,000 megawatt Bikaner solar power project. She was received by Governor Kalraj Mishra and Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot on his arrival at Jaipur Airport this morning. President Murmu also met members of particularly vulnerable tribal groups of the state at Raj Bhavan. Tomorrow the President will grace the inauguration of 18th National Jamboree of the Bharat Scouts and Guides at Pali, Rajasthan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has paid tributes to Rani Velu Nachiyar on her birth anniversary today. In a message, Mr. Modi said Rani Velu Nachiyar was at the forefront of ensuring justice for her people. He said that she fiercely resisted colonialism and also worked for the welfare of society. The Prime Minister said that Rani Nachiyar's bravery will keep motivating generations to come. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The Supreme Court has said that a statement made by a minister cannot be attributed vicariously to the government even when applying the principle of collective responsibility. A 5-judge constitution bench said that no additional restrictions other than those prescribed under Article 19(2) of the Constitution can be imposed on the right to free speech of a citizen. The bench said that the restrictions under Article 19(2) are exhaustive. The judgment came on a question of whether restrictions can be imposed on a public functionary's right to freedom of speech and expression. One of the judges in the bench, Justice Nagaratna, wrote a separate judgment and said freedom of speech and expression is a much-needed right so that citizens are well informed and educated on governance. The Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI, has put in place a resident-friendly facility to help people update their address online in Aadhaar with the consent of the head of the family. This head of the family-based online address update in Aadhaar will be of great help to the relatives of a resident who don't have supporting documents in their own name to update address in their Aadhaar. It can be done by submitting proof of relationship document like ration card, mark sheet, marriage certificate, passport, mentioning the names and relationship of both the applicant and the head of the family. In case even proof of relationship document is not available, UIDAI provides the resident to submit a self-declaration by the head of the family in the UIDAI prescribed format. Delhi Police has said it has an eyewitness in the Sultanpuri incident who will prove to be significant in the investigation. Briefing media in New Delhi, Special Commissioner of Delhi Police, Dr. S.P. Huda said the deceased was not alone on her scooty. Another girl was with her at the time of the accident. He said that the other girl walked away from the spot after the accident. Mr. Huda said Delhi Police is recording her statement under 164 CRPC and she is cooperating with the police. The BJP today came down heavily on Congress leader Rahul Gandhi for drawing parallels between the Russia-Ukraine conflict and the border issue between India and China. Briefing media in New Delhi, party spokesperson Sudhanshu Trivedi accused Mr. Gandhi of lowering the honor of the Indian Army and the people of the country. He alleged that Mr. Gandhi has made his intention clear that India should surrender in front of China in the same way as it used to happen during the Congress rule.
भ्रमण करते करते भारत का भ्रम की ओर शिकार हो गए और मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है, बहुत स्वाभाविक भी है, कि वो जिस प्रकार से केरल में बीफ पार्टी वालों के साथ, तो तमिलनाडु में भारत माता को अपवित्र मानने वालों के साथ, तो महाराष्ट्र में सावरकर जी के विरुद्ध, तो गुजरात के विरुद्ध जो लोग रहे थे, ऐसी गांधीयंस विद्गन कहने वालों के साथ रहेंगे तो मानी हुई बात है, भ्रम तो बढ़ेगा ही। तो मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है वो भारी विभ्रम के शिकार हो गए।
The nation is remembering the great revolutionary and crusader for women empowerment, Savitri Bai Phule, on her birth anniversary today. Paying homage to the social reformer, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said she personifies the indomitable spirit of India's Nari Shakti. He added that hers was a life devoted to educating and empowering women. Home Minister Amit Shah and Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur have also paid tributes to the country's first female teacher, Savitri Bai Phule. Here is a desk report on Savitri Bai Phule.
Savitri Bai Phule was born on 3rd January 1831 in Naigaon, a small village in Maharashtra. She is regarded as a beacon of women's rights in India. Married at the mere age of 9 years to Jyoti Rao Phule, she impressed him with her enthusiasm to learn. Jyoti Rao taught Savitri Bai to read and write. She then took teacher's training and became a qualified teacher in 1847. Determined to change the condition of women in the country, Savitri Bai and Jyoti Rao opened a school for girls in Pune in 1848, with Savitri Bai becoming the first female teacher of India. Savitri Bai also established a shelter for destitute women in 1864. On 10th March 1897, Savitri Bai Phule breathed her last. Her life and work is a testament to social reform and female empowerment in Indian society. Tripti Srivastava, News Desk.
The year 2023 is being celebrated as the International Year of Millets globally under a proposal sponsored by India and endorsed by the United Nations General Assembly. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who led India's efforts in this regard, has a vision to make the International Year of Millets 2023 a people's movement alongside positioning India as the global hub for millets. Our correspondent in Beijing spoke to Professor Diao Xianmin, the leading scientist in millets research at the Chinese Academy of Agricultural Sciences in Beijing, on what the International Year of Millet 2023 means for China and the world in terms of food security.
Actually, for this initiative, I think it's very important because agriculture, we all know maize, know rice, but many people do not know there are many other crops, mostly millets. These crops are also very important. They are representing the developing and the developing country where people use this kind of crop as their main staple food.
In cricket, the first T20 international of 3-match series between India and Sri Lanka will be played at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai today. The match will begin at 7 p.m. All-rounder Hardik Pandya has been named the captain for the series as regular captain Rohit Sharma is not available due to injury. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates 108th Indian Science Congress, says scientific community will play an important role for India to achieve new heights in next 25 years. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurates Siam Bridge in Arunachal Pradesh along with 27 other infrastructure projects. President Draupadi Murmu inaugurates Samvidhan Udyan in Jaipur, calls Indian Constitution a vibrant scripture. Supreme Court says statement made by a minister cannot be vicariously attributed to government. And in cricket, first T20 international between India and Sri Lanka to be played in Mumbai this evening. And with that, we end the Midday News.